There are things that I'll do on day one. And they will change this country for the better. The first thing I'll do is to issue an executive order separating the treasury from the Ministry of Finance, so that public money can be protected by professionals away from influence by politicians. So that the budget that the parliament makes in parliament is the one that is implemented, not the whims of the president when he's traveling around and saying nitaweka hii, nitatenga hii, nitafanya hii. Kwani unataka kutumia pesa yako? So pesa ya umma hiyo on day one will achieve that. The other order will be this: repayment of all debt will be suspended until we audit to find out what we owe and who and where. And point number 3, there have been a lot of videos that have been captured of people killing others, abusing office. The Gen Z demonstrations were well documented, and want all those policemen who are seen firing at the crowds and their commanders arrested and prosecuted. We need the law. So once we do that, then other things will follow. Because unless we have fiscal discipline, we will destroy the constitution. Because right now, the structure of this constitution is that the president should be begging parliament to allow him to do certain things. He wants to appoint people. The president says, the constitution says, take your names, give them to parliament, let parliament approve. You want to do a budget, you want to do project to execute a budget. Take your proposal of a budget, put it in parliament, let parliament pass the budget. When the budget is passed, let them give it to the control of budget and let the budget be implemented. That is supposed to be the way it is done. But it is not able, we are not able to do that because we failed to implement Article 225 Clause 1, which says Parliament shall establish the Treasury. We failed to take the Treasury away from the Minister of Finance. Now when the President appoints the Minister for Finance, he appoints for the PS for Finance, people who work at his pleasure. The President has control over the public purse. A purse which is supposed to be controlled by Parliament is now controlled by the President. And that's why you see he's able to buy MPs. An MP, you went on a campaign train, you promised the people when you elect me, I'm going to fight very hard and make sure that water is brought to your area. You go to Parliament, you find it is not in Parliament where water is brought to your area. You have to go and kneel before the President to get water to your area. And you have seen when the President is going around, even the last day we were at Malava in the burial of the late Mululu, MP for Malava. You saw alitajenga hii barabara from A to B to C to D to X to Y. Whether the roads exist or not, I don't know. But the issue is, now, if you go and look for that in the budget that Parliament passed, it's not there. Because the President does not care about that budget. What the President does is to run this country from his pocket. So he goes to a kanisa, anasema, nitawapatia shilingi milioni 20. Anaenda anatoa milioni 200, 180 inabaki kwa mfuko, 20 anapeleka kwa kanisa. Na watu wanapiga makofi. That's what we must stop by saying that the treasury must be taken away from politicians and run like a bank. And that will be if you, I'm not even saying if I become president. I'm saying when I become president in 2027. That is what we are going to do. So thank you very much.
Yes, please.
Now, as our young people, my gentle advice is this: that you read that constitution thoroughly and the laws, so that when presidential aspirants come and tell you they will do this, you test it against that constitution. I wish my friend Omtata the very best as he goes for this seat. He's my very good friend. But I would want to ask, where in the constitution can you set up a treasury by executive powers? Now, I'm telling you this not to challenge him because he's my friend, but to challenge the fact that politicians will come before the populace and say, I will do this on day one, I will do this in 100 days, and we clap for them even when it is not possible in law. For instance, the MCA will go and say they'll put a road. Does the MCA have capacity to put up a road? Are they implementers of that? Exactly. Members of parliament come and say they will do this, that, the other, and we clap, isn't it? As we clap, we are the ones who have cheered them into moving into the executive role of implementing CDF, distributing national funds by constituency. There's nothing wrong with that.